Hi, my name is Ibrahim Hanif, your host, and welcome to Creative Disscuss. On this podcast, we are going to talk about anything that relates to creative industry. And in nowadays society, almost everything that you see involves creativity. From design, concept, logo, and many more. So, if you're interested to know more about the advanced world of creative industry, turn up your volume and stay tuned, or you'll miss something. Hello everyone, welcome to Creative Disscuss. My name is Ibrahim Hanif and I am your host. And on this episode, we are going to discuss about everything that is related with the creative industry. And I'm not alone here on this first episode because this is first episode, so it's special. I am with my friend, and he is one of those workers who dwells in the world of creative industry. And we will know about his insight, we will know about his career, and we'll know about his thought as he is just thriving in the industry. First of all, please say hi to my audience.
Halo semuanya, apa kabar?
No, I mean, can you just introduce yourself, what you do,
Oke.
what makes you really interested in this industry of creative?
Oke. Jadi nama gue Armando Wibowo. Gue ini seorang yang bekerja di bidang kreatif industri lebih spesifiknya sebagai graphic designer, illustrator, dan sebenarnya juga music composer.
Music composer.
Yeah.
So let's just say that you have a lot of things on your plate lately. But of all those aspects, which one is your strongest traits?
Kalau boleh milih sebenarnya music composer di bidang musik.
Music composer. Okay, since when? Since when you start your career as a music composer? Since when did you make music?
Oke, kalau ditanya since when did I make music, itu sebenarnya kita balik lagi ke era gue masih SMP sih.
Oke.
Ya, umur-umurnya 15 tahunan ya. Gue baru mulai ngulik-ngulik tentang lagu, gimana caranya bikin lagu segala macam. Dan kalau ditanya profesionalnya, itu lebih ke ya masih pas baru masuk kuliah sih.
Ah, I see. So it's not that long.
Ya.
The journey of you becoming a music composer.
Composer.
Music composer. Composure means, collides with each other. Man, my bad. So we're going to talk about creative industry. What is the first thing that's popped in your head? The first thing you hear that word, creative. What makes creative industry a creative industry?
Kalau menurut gue sendiri sebenarnya yang membuat kalau gue dengar kata kreatif ya, itu lebih ke gimana caranya lu mengeluarkan apa yang ada di kepala lu secara sebebas mungkin, mengekspresikan diri bagaimana apapun outputnya itu secara jujur.
Yeah.
Ya.
So you're basically implying that someone who works in a creative industry is equivalent to an artist because you can express. I mean, you need to express your thoughts, your ideas. You form your thoughts on a medium, and you try to deliver the message to the people. Is that the thing?
Yeah.
Really? But isn't working in a creative industry means that you have your client, which means you are not that free to vomit your thoughts and ideas, because there are clients that will pay for your service and they will demand you a certain product. So if that's the truth, you can't just delivering the message as freely as you can, because you have someone pulling the strings, you have someone orders you to do so. How about that?
Sebenarnya balik lagi sih, kalau masalah udah bersangkutan dengan klien ya, mau nggak mau kita ngelakukan apa yang mau asal bapak senang lah, let's say.
Okay.
Cuma kalau di sini untuk proses kreatifnya itu sendiri sebenarnya mau nggak mau tetap ada campur tangannya dengan ekspresi lu. Kalau sebenarnya yang mau gue sampaikan di situ sih.
Oh, now that's I get it. I mean, it's more like your touch.
Iya.
You do something. Okay, so basically the example is, let me put it this way. you as a creative worker, and let's say I put it myself as a client. Let's say I want you to make a certain product, I want you to do some certain brandings, and here are my thoughts, here are the examples and the reference, and you, my friend, you create that with your own influence, with your own taste and reference, and you make sure that your reference fits my needs.
Iya, betul. Jadi
I see.
Kita meninggalkan ciri khas kita sendiri.
There's a certain edge to it, a certain character. Deep down inside.
Iya.
Okay, I get it. Still speaking of creative industry, because we're in creative Disscuss, we're going to talk about creative industry. We're not going to talk about food and beverage, of course. That's for real. You don't say, okay, we're still talking about the industry. I mean, when it comes to creative industry, it's so broad, right? What is your role model when it comes to the creative industry, this advanced world of creative content?
Kalau gue sendiri sebenarnya, my role model gue Aditya Sofyan sih.
Aditya Sofyan is your role model?
Iya, dari sisi kreatif industri di bidang musik ya. Karena menurut gue Aditya Sofyan ini benar-benar bisa membawa jiwa orang-orang dengan karyanya dia gitu. Dan menurut gue dengan perkembangannya dia dari yang he starts from small sampai sekarang mungkin satu Indonesia udah tahu yang namanya Aditya Sofyan. Menurut gue gue benar-benar ini sih menghargai kerja kerasnya dia gitu sebagai orang yang berkecimpung di bidang kreatif.
So it takes consistency and sheer will, let's say. Yeah. I mean, but Aditya Sofyan, I thought he's a musician.
He is.
But you also work in a creative industry? You also like do things that you do?
Well, music industry is also a creative industry, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we're talking about creative industry as in branding and packaging.
Well,
but if you mention that though, that's actually a good example. Okay, Aditya Sofyan, not bad. So, like I say, it takes consistency and sheer will. So, I want to ask you though, and probably my audience really want to know about this, because the listener of Creative Disscuss, let's say most of them are aspiring creative person who want to create something for themselves, for their life. Can you give them 8 tips how to stay consistent on keep making and keep creating no matter how bad the situation is? You gotta stay productive, but sometimes those things are really hard to do, especially in this middle of pandemic. You know, everything changed in the middle of pandemic. We are living in an endless loop of uncertainty.
Yeah.
And sometimes it breaks people's spirit and minds. But I assume that you do things consistently, even though you are, like yourself, is still thriving. Can you give my audience a tips, a clue?
Sebenarnya untuk menjaga konsistensi itu sendiri, balik lagi, sebenarnya lu mengawali ini semua tuh apa sih sebenarnya yang pengen lu ambil gitu, apa sih yang pengen lu capai sebenarnya. Jadi jangan lupa untuk ngingetin diri sendiri sebenarnya yang bikin gue mulai ini apa. Jadi kalau misalnya lu di tengah jalan udah mulai, kok gue kayaknya gini-gini aja, perkembangannya nggak ada sama sekali, dan mungkin ada beberapa orang yang nggak bisa menikmati apa yang lu kerjakan, apa yang lu hasilkan. Sebenarnya balik lagi sih pertanyaan diri lu, kenapa lu mulai pekerjaan ini, kenapa lu memulai berkarya di bidang ini, specifically di bidang industri ya, dimana sebenarnya untuk memulai itu juga nggak gampang sih sebenarnya, apalagi menjaga konsistensinya itu sendiri. Jadi menurut gue pertama harus selalu ingetin diri sendiri di saat lu mulai lost gitu ya, kayak kenapa sih gue mau mulai ini, selalu ingetin diri lu sendiri.
So it's about consistency.
Yeah.
Okay, and like you said earlier, like you just mentioned, we all need to question our purpose, our main purpose, right?
Yeah.
It will become some sort of a fuel for us to keep us doing what we're doing. What is your purpose? Since you mentioned purpose.
Sebenarnya kalau ditanya my purpose, jujur awalnya gue bener-bener ngerasa gue ini orang yang nggak begitu cakap dalam berkomunikasi.
Okay.
Entah kenapa, tapi dengan melalui musik gue bisa menyampaikan apa aja yang gue rasain, apa aja yang lagi gue hadapin dalam hidup, apa aja yang ya gue rasain. Dan itu jadi awal gue dalam memulai bermusik dan bikin gue nyaman aja sih, tenang. Gue berasa bisa kabur dari kesibukan yang ada di dunia ini, keresahan gue bisa gue tuangin semua di musik. Dan menurut gue itu sangat salah satu cara gue untuk bermeditasi juga gitu, berdamai dengan diri sendiri, dengan semuanya.
Besides meditation,
Yeah.
so you consider your music, your art. Let's say, what do you play, guitar?
Gue berawal dari gitar sebenarnya.
Okay, I see.
Gue juga bisa sedikit piano dan juga drum, ya sedikit-sedikit.
Oh, okay. You're a man of many talents. So this guy right here,
Gak gitu juga sih.
he illustrates for commission. He do graphic design for commission. You also write your own songs. Right?
Yeah.
You also write your own music. He write his own damn music. He's a man of many talent, and consistency is a key. So for any of you guys watching this, just remember, you did great, but great is not enough. With the consistency, it will crumble. You don't have firm footings. Okay, back again to that topic, talking about your music. So you consider your instruments, your drum, your guitar, your keyboard is your psychiatrist.
Yes.
And you want to vomit everything to it.
Yeah.
And you don't really have to get paid to do that. You wanna be paid to do that. I mean, you're willing to pay to do so.
Yeah.
Because it's a stress relief for you. And you know what? This is funny because it reminds me of there's this one great writers whom I love because I do writings.
Oh.
Everyone have their own hobbies of themselves, right? Something to escape. And I write most of my life, and I also read. And there's this one author that I really, really like, and somehow it influenced the way I write. To some extent, it became himself.
Okay.
I kind of developed those kind of characters from this one writer called Charles Bukowski. And there's this one old interview of him with the press, and the press asked him, "Why do you write?" Even, I want to ask you something. If you don't get paid to do this, are you still gonna do this? And Charles Bukowski said, "Yeah, I'm still gonna do this because my typewriter is my psychiatrist. The paper is my psychiatrist, and I need to blow everything inside here to there. So I'm not gonna blow up, so I don't commit suicide, so I don't I'm not gonna be trapped in this fabricated world, fabricated society." Kind of remind me of Charles Bukowski. So let us keep in track, still talking about creative industry. There's a lot of aspiring creative people out there. They're making creative content. They're making their own production house. They're making their own, I don't know, let's say art. Let's say they're making music. They also try to write music and everything like that. And you just said consistency is key, right?
Yeah.
Is there any other tips? Oh, you know what? I have something better to ask you. What is your perspective towards nowadays creative industry? And do you think the creative industry will still remain like this in the following year?
Menurut gue kreatif industri yang sekarang itu sangat-sangat apalagi dengan perkembangan teknologi yang ada sekarang, menurut gue sangat, let's say kalau lu mau membuat sesuatu itu sangat gampang banget. Kayak misalkan, let's say maksud gue dengan adanya perkembangan teknologi ini bisa membantu lu untuk membuat sesuatu dengan lebih mudah daripada sebelumnya. Contohnya kayak kalau lu mau belajar sesuatu nih, kalau zaman dulu mungkin lu harus baca buku yang tebalnya segini atau ya setebal apapun itu, dan itu bakal makan waktu ya mungkin berbulan-bulan atau bertahun-tahun mungkin, dan yang pelajaran juga nggak begitu banyak mungkin ya. Cuma kalau dengan adanya perkembangan teknologi sekarang kayak ada internet, ada YouTube dan segala macamnya, media-media yang lain itu udah membantu banget sih buat apa ya, menyediakan informasi yang dibutuhkan untuk belajar. Let's say gue mau belajar tentang musik nih, sekarang tinggal cari di YouTube cara bermusik, cara main gitar gimana sih. Hal lainnya dengan adanya teknologi ini menurut gue kayak apa ya, selain informasi ini juga bisa ngebantu lu dalam proses berkarya itu sendiri. Contohnya dengan gue bermusik ya, sekarang kalau dipikir-pikir lagi, lu bisa sebenarnya walaupun lu bukan musisi, lu bisa faking yourself to be a musician dengan adanya teknologi yang canggih kayak serba apa ya, aplikasi-aplikasi instan gitu loh. Atau let's say kalau misalkan lu mau terlihat sebagai orang yang ahli di bidang fotografi, lu bisa download aplikasi editing foto yang sekiranya kayak anjir, lu foto pakai apa, pakai kamera apa, keren banget gitu. Menurut gue udah lebih instan sih kalau bidang kreatif industri sekarang.
I totally agree with you on some extent that everything is instant nowadays because of this technologies. And we live in the industry of 4.0 where everything is integrated, right?
Yeah.
I mean, back in the early 20s, if you want to do Photoshop, if you want to edit some videos, you had to went through a lot of process. And that process ain't easy, but nowadays, you can just install an application on your phone and you can edit videos like it's nothing. And you can claim yourself and call yourself a video editor. Right? I mean, there's always a good thing, there's always a bad thing about that. You know, I have a friend of mine, he's a very good, beyond capable video editor, right? And I witnessed his work and his creation. His name is Del Afre. You should check out his Instagram. There's a lot of dope videos out there. And if you want to make like a certain video for your own product, you can contact him. And no, he don't do his editing on a cheap application because he's a top-notch player in this creative industry. This you should know. So that's the thing. I kind of think that it will kill your, I don't know, creativity if you choose a much easier path. Like, yeah, you know what? I can do this. I can do this whole complicated thing. But why did I do this if I have this? And it will never differentiate you from anyone else.
Yeah.
And besides technology, but I totally agree with you. If we want to learn, we can. Like you can type in on YouTube, type in on Google tutorial how to editing for dummies, how to be rich for dummies, how to get girls in 10 steps, how to be rich without working at all. You know, you can find a lot of stuff there on the internet. But that's not the thing. The thing is that the will to learn, the power of will. Dude, I believe we can be anything that we want to be. You can achieve anything that you want to achieve beyond your imagination. I can be just like this guy, become a musician. All I have to do is find a proper reference on the internet and I copy their style and call it my style. And guess what? I'm an artist, right? But sadly, unfortunately, I still have a lot of things to do. See, I'm a podcaster, I'm a voiceover talent, I do writings, I'm a master of ceremony too. And then, you know, I have a lot of things in my field, I have a lot of things on my plate, just like you. So, it's just a matter of time. I really want to try everything else, but I am limited by my time. There's a lot of things to do, yet there's a lot of things that I want to try. So, it doesn't really go in the same path, you know? So yeah, learning nowadays is fun, it's easy, very practical. However, do you have the will? Because still, learning is the same stuff from 1000 before centuries. It's about committing your time and committing your life to it. Only the difference is that nowadays it's much more simpler. But simpler doesn't make it any easier, right? So yeah, what you say, that you conclude that the creative industry has become more simplified.
Ya,
Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
tergantung melihatnya dari mana sih. Jadi untuk orang-orang yang mungkin udah belajar lama tentang sesuatu, let's say tentang musik, tentang graphic designing, tentang editing, yang tadinya dia belajar kursus atau gimana, sekarang melihat orang-orang yang bisa membuat seperti hal yang sama dengan instan mungkin akan irritating buat mereka mungkin untuk beberapa orang. Tapi balik lagi untuk in some cases, kalau misalkan kita mungkin butuh waktu atau butuh mengerjakan kerjaan kita secara cepat, itu bakal ngebantu kita sendiri sih. Makanya tergantung kita ngeliatnya dari mana menurut gue.
Yeah, you know what? Now I want to talk about your work because we had a conversation about creative industry, and you, my friend, you sit there as a graphic designer, an illustrationist. You do illustrates and you make music and everything. But I want to talk about your products. What is it that you do lately?
Terakhir sih gue lagi menggarap lagu.
Oh ya?
Ya, garap lagu tentang ya sebenarnya tentang, kalau boleh jujur tentang diri gue sendiri sih. Ini menurut gue salah satu project di mana di samping gue mencari uang, tapi ini lebih ke gimana caranya gue bisa mengobati diri gue sendiri. Seperti yang gue tadi bilang, musik adalah sebagai psikiater gue, psikiatris. Ya, untuk project yang lagi gue buat ini sebenarnya tentang lagu buat gue sendiri sih.
Okay. Are you planning to release that on a social media or on a certain platform?
Iya, pasti gue bakal ngerilis di YouTube dan Spotify itu secepatnya ya untuk lanjutannya bisa.
Can you give me or my audience a teaser, a little bit taste, just a little bit of a taste, to keep them on edge, to give them intrigue.
Okay.
Just give them something that they can look forward to. Probably you can sing just a verse,
Okay.
or tell us the name of the music. But you know what? That's cheap, telling us the name of the music. Anyone can do that, but you're a singer, right? Can you please sing the song? Just a part of it, up to you. Just give them a taste.
Okay. I won't let myself go. I won't break me down. I'm not gonna let me go. I won't let myself go. I won't break me down. I'm not gonna let me go. Yeah.
Alright, Armando Wibowo, everyone. So, if you like his stuff, make sure to, what's your Instagram?
It's at Armando DDW with
At-
triple D.
Yeah, at Armando with triple D. You like triple D's? Oh, that came out so wrong. Anyway, follow his Instagram if you like his stuff. You have like Spotify of your own songs and everything.
Well, nanti sih.
Nanti, later. So what you have to do is just, you gotta wait.
Yeah.
That's your music, and I gotta say, dope song. I can really feel the depth, the deep connection that you share with the song that you make, because you create it with feelings. Because probably a song about your past maybe has something to do with it. Your past wounds and everything like that. That is some deep shit, man. What I mean by deep shit is not a shitty stuff. It's deep. Yeah. I don't really have to.
It's like deep, as dalam, right?
Yeah,
VIP.
yeah. But you know what? I feel stupid because I don't have to explain this to my audience, because I do believe that my audience is smart.
Yeah.
They're not like some ally people. I hate them. Okay. So that's your music.
That's kind of harsh.
I don't care. This is my show. If you that's your music, right? But I want to talk about your other product here, graphic designs.
My latest graphic design job. Ini sebenarnya balik lagi, gue juga sebenarnya selain freelance,
Okay.
gue juga ada proyekan bareng temen gue namanya Circle of Winkle.
Okay.
It's CIRKLOCHVINKEL.
Circle of
Circle of Winkle, ya.
That sounds dope.
Dan gue di sana sebagai ilustratornya,
Okay.
graphic design illustrator. Ya. Untuk my latest product on graphic design itu sebenarnya gue lagi sibuk menggarap produk-produk di Circle of Winkle kayak tentang Circle of Winkle. Gue sebenarnya harus jelasin dulu sih sebenarnya Circle of Winkle itu apa.
Please do.
Circle of Winkle itu sebenarnya media yang membahas tentang art. Di sini kita mau mencoba membuka wadah untuk orang-orang yang berkecimpung di area art, dan kita juga mau memberikan mereka exposure untuk mereka yang lagi thriving menjadi ya musician atau he's an artist or she's an artist. Kita terbuka banget sih untuk orang-orang yang mau submit artnya mereka, dan gue di sana sebagai ilustrator dan juga graphic designer.
Okay, so you're not alone in this team, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us the crewmates, your friends?
Okay. My crewmates.
Alright.
Harus jelasin.
Yeah, man. Alright.
Okay.
We all delighted to know.
Yeah.
I delighted to know. You know, I'm very curious about this, even though sometimes I already have a hint about it.
Okay. Jadi yang pertama tuh ada founder,
Okay.
namanya Ova. He's a talented guy, dan menurut gue dia orang yang sangat-sangat beda dari orang lain.
Okay.
Cara berpikirnya tuh menurut gue aja nggak nyampe gitu. Dan dia sebagai founder, leader, kemudian konseptor. Yang kedua itu ada Del. Dia sebagai video editor dan juga motion graphic, that kind of stuff. Dan yang ketiga itu ada Hanif.
Oh wow, we have the same name.
Yeah.
Okay, what does this guy do?
Surprisingly,
Yeah.
you guys have the same name.
Oh yeah, what does this guy do?
Well, he is such an extraordinary guy, you know.
Oh yeah.
He can do a lot of things, but mainly in this kind of area, maksudnya di Circle of Winkle, dia itu sebagai copywriter, voiceover, dan masih banyak lagi sih sebenarnya.
Oh yeah?
Iya.
What do you mean masih banyak lagi? Oh my god, this guy. You know, you have a lot of things on his plate.
Masih banyak dan gue pun belum tahu.
Oh,
Gue
yeah.
sendiri juga belum tahu potensinya, tapi gue lihat dia besar sekali.
Maybe he have his own podcast, but we never know. We have the same name, you know. Looking forward to meet this guy. Sounds like an extraordinary guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, Circle of Winkle.
Circle of Winkle. Definitely check it out.
Check that out, friends. So if you're into contemporary art, you know, and you want to know more about this kind of stuff, or if you have your own art, you can publish it through Circle of Winkle. What's the Instagram again? You can make sure to the audience.
It's at Circle of Winkle, with CIRKLOCHVINKEL.
That sounds complicated, but you'll get it. But actually, I've seen that before, and what really strikes me, besides the art, of course, is the words,
True.
catchphrase,
Yeah.
the captions. You know, it's like it touched my soul.
Itu yang dikerjakan
So
oleh
good.
Hanif.
Oh my God, that's Hanif guy.
That's what I said. He is such an extraordinary guy,
Oh
bro.
my God,
True.
Hanif, we have the same name, but I think I'm better than you. But if you're better than me, it's okay. Probably we're the same person.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yep.
So, everyone, like I said, if you do something right now, if you're thriving, just keep doing what you do because there's always a light somewhere at the end of the tunnel. Keep doing things And when you're working and you're dwelling in the creative industry, there's no limit in creativity. Just do what you do. Be consistent and have no doubt about yourself.